Alright, let's get this going. Hello. I'm good. Josh, how are you? How is the audio? How is the music? Is it too loud, too quiet, or are we good? Because on my end, it sounds pretty good. Alright. So I'm thinking we can start this stream off. Don't worry, Josh. I also have been sick for the past 2 weeks. So, anyway, I think we start the stream off with my first thumbnail I'll make first, and then I'll take requests afterwards. So the first one I'm gonna do. Because we were just watching the show, or friends of mine were watching it. Mandy versus Wednesday will be our first thumbnail. I did. It looked very good. So I think for this, we don't really have to do much with it. Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, that's not it either. What? Wait, why is the screen black? There we go. Scooby vs. Courage was peak. It was best episode. It's the best cartoon episode we've gotten. It was handled just really well. I know, right? It's crazy. That shows though that they improved so much from the last cartoon episode, which had it was alright, but it has problems. I would say like SpongeBob Aquaman has a lot of good things to it, but it also has a lot of problems. And I think that with this episode, they just ironed out a lot of the problems. Hey, David. How you doing? Scoobillion views. I don't want Hotwood. Yeah, okay, we'll go with this. I'm trying to find an image right now. The only reason they considered Scooby Shaggy a tie is because they both literally had the same arsenals and the same same scaling. So it's like, well, if they're equal stats, have the same abilities, they technically can't kill each other. Sir is, I'm not sure. I know I saw Surfer versus Manhunter be considered to be a tie, but I don't think it would be a tie by Death Battle's rules. I'm trying to find a cartoon version of Wednesday, just to match the. Yeah, Jabber's Sonar, I think I've heard actually say is a tie technically because neither can kill one another. Doomsday versus 682 is not a tie. I'm pretty sure 682 just wins. Alright, well, I can't find a 2D render, so I'm gonna go with just the show. This shit looks so goofy. Oh yeah, we should talk about the champions tourney. So Tournament of Champions is pretty interesting. So the last 4 weeks have been kind of pretty solid. So I guess I should just go through my whole thing again because I'm not sure if people saw my post on it. Basically, first week 1, kind of underwhelming, or not kind of, but is underwhelming. Yeah, there's not a single matchup there I liked out of all of them, so kind of like eh. So I just went with the most like existing one. So I voted. Fuck. Okay. I guess there was a camera raw update. In terms of matchups, it's like I don't care about Monokuma versus Coruscant. I think Danganronpa is the cringiest shit imaginable. Even if it's Monokuma, I kind of like him personality-wise. I don't want him fighting Koro Sensei. I don't know. I just don't really vibe with it. Kaysen, was it Kaysen versus Fleetway? That shit's ass. So I'm not really a big fan of that. And versus Luz to me has always been existing, and that's about it. Uh, Hang on, I gotta pull up the tourney thing, because I'm trying to remember what the other matchups were. Let me take a looky. Uh, oh, Shulk versus Lightning. That's the other one. I don't really care about Shulk or Lightning, so. No, it's the most I would say it's definitely a more harmless one. Phoenix, that is actually the one I want for Monokuma. If you wanted to do like a Monokuma matchup, Announcer's just my favorite because the interaction between the two is just really funny. Imagine a scene where Monokuma gets all his robots to come out and they're not showing up. By the way, go ahead and give me your thumbnail requests while I send this. But imagine he sends out his robots, they don't show up, he asks where they are, and announcer just says, "Oh, I sold them for budget constraints." That just sounds really funny. Thanks to budget cuts, he stomps Monokuma, and that's fucking based. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, I did Ann versus Luz because it's the most existing for me. Week 2 was cracked out of its mind. Grew Mine, Mac Epo, and Soldier Boy versus um, Peacemaker, and then Zeus versus Odin. That's such a good lineup right there. And I knew Groove 9 was going to win, but I still voted Odin versus Zeus because another mythology idea would be pretty neat. Alright, so we're going to do DT Ultimate's idea of Frankie versus Rash. Or Rat. I'm assuming you mean the Battletoad Rash, right? But so it was just kind of a no-brainer that Groovemine was gonna or Groove vs Megamind was gonna sweep it, which is fine. It's whatever. Week 3. Oh right, week 3 was the funny week of Moon Madoka, Velvet versus Ragna, Wolf versus Scorpion, and God, Ryu versus Goku. Alright, I'm gonna be real. Ryu versus Goku, complete even as a composite fight, interaction wise, is pretty alright. Yeah, like a character interaction is neat, but as a death battle, it's fucking terrible. As a composite matchup, it's doo doo. Like I don't know why. Actually, I know exactly why why I got so many votes. Because it had to do with the other matchup that was tied with it, Moon versus Madoka. Because I don't know why people think Moon Madoka it's like the worst thing in the world. Like I don't know why people think it. It's fine. It exists. That is the most harmless thing you can say for the matchup. Moon versus Saiyan is fucking garbage. Like I am so sick and tired of people saying that it's the best matchup for both when it isn't. Like why? Also, it doesn't even work because Seiya doesn't fight women. And yet motherfuckers really want to say it's a good matchup. It's a it just doesn't work. He's got, you know? I remember hearing that the Reddit was spite voting Ryu Goku or Moon Madoka because so they just wouldn't get it to win. So they voted Ryu versus Goku specifically. I if I should say this too. I like Sakura versus Moon too. Card captor Sakura is a good. That's a good Moon idea. It hits all the notes. Moon versus Madoka is very nice or very very neutral. You know. I mean, hey, Josh, vote what you want, but at the same time, just don't do it for like or vote a matchup for like a petty reason. I would have voted Wolf versus Scorpion if Moon versus Madoka. But change the Moon versus Madoka. Yeah, that's the sad thing about it. UX. I wanted to vote Wolf versus Scorpion because that shit's cool. I want Scorpion back on, especially with the new MK game. Yeah. Well, Reddit lost, so that's good. Mission accomplished. And then we have week 4, right? Reddit took 2 L's. It did, yeah. And then you have week 4 of which again was also cracked out of its mind. Hero Baymax, Wily Tom, and Sackboy versus Maxwell. That is insane. Of course, I voted Wily Tom because, you know, Wily Tom is peak as an idea. Peak matchup, love it. I want more cartoon fights after Courage vs. Scooby. And just give it to Lewis, and he will cook with it. uh, no opinion on Sailor Moon versus Moon versus Sora. That reminds me, I shouldn't make a for this stream. I should make a Moon or a Sora versus Beat thumbnail. Maybe. I will say the season has done a good job with improving on what past seasons have been struggling with, and that's consistency. And I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy that season is just consistently been the best season since like season 6. Now you got something for everyone. Even if I don't like every episode, I don't dislike or I don't hate an episode this season. You know what I mean? But that save more of that for later. Back to the champion belt. Week 5, Kratos Ashura, Peter Homer. What else? Jimmy Dexter. So you already know what I voted for. And Luffy versus Naruto. Okay. Luffy versus Naruto, I'm surprised they decided to put on there. I guess it's just to see if people were interested in the idea, but let's be real, it's probably going to be... Actually, I don't think it will be the Luffy idea they do. Peter versus Homer is funny, so there's that. Kratos Astra. It's a fine Kratos idea, but I think that Kratos... I think I've grown on Dante in his other matchups a lot more than Asura. I don't know. I think my problem with Asura is that it's a little weird fight wise, but I think it can work. It's either that or they're gonna do the DC character, aka they're gonna feed him the Plastic Man. I think he should fight Toriko, but that isn't gonna happen. Let's get. Huh? Hold up. My stream crash? Well, what's going on with this? Okay, no, it didn't. I was about to say because my thing it looked frozen on my end. Get in the background now. So then, hello, Midnight. Do something like this. And then okay. Let me just quickly I like the drop shadow more actually. What are we thinking, boys and girls? We thinking lens flare maybe? On the sunglasses? No, I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Oh yeah. Week 6. X Primal. Awesome. Should have happened this year. I'm gonna be real instead of Frieza vs. Megatron. Just to go with the movie. Even though the movie was kind of mid. Percy versus Agrius. Honestly, really good. I love this matchup. I know a lot of people like Pit, but I think as a matchup and an interaction, it works well. It's got good connections as well. It's not a bad not a bad matchup. See, you do like a slight lens flare with this. And then we have the other two. Scott vs. Cosmos really uninteresting, and it's just kind of sucks as an idea. Mainly as a fight, from what I've heard. I don't like Konosuba. Hot take, I know. Full of them today, but I don't really think it works well fight wise. I think this will do. And then we have Lucina vs. Grovile, which is ass. Like, at that point, I might as well just do Trunks versus Grovile. Scott has Travis. Yeah, I agree. Hang on, let me Alright, give me your thumbnails. Well, I talk about week 7. Krobian, yeah, you just missed it. We were talking about it. Oh yeah, week 7 is awesome. Awesome week. Spike Revy. Awesome matchup. I love this. I'm sad they haven't done it yet. Hulk versus Godzilla. Honestly, might just be the best Hulk matchup at this point. I'm sorry, Broly. Palpatine versus Xehanort. Enough said. Uh, Enough said. And then I don't really care about Clementine versus Ellie. Alright, UX, cause you asked, I'll do that. I'll do a Nemesis versus Magician thumbnail. You're welcome, honey boo boo. Alright, let's see here. Oh yeah, week 7. I lost track. Anyway, week 7, very good. Only matchup I don't care for on there is Ellie versus Clementine, and I voted Palpatine versus Xehanort because it's Palpatine versus Xehanort. It would have been really funny if Hulk versus Godzilla won though. And then week 8 for me was also another very heavy hitter matchup. Sans Judge is cool. I don't really have much attachment to Off, so I can't really say much about Pablo. But it is a good Sans matchup. I'd be interested to see how they handle it. Lord Zed versus Skeletor. This is just gonna happen next year, by the way. Like, no doubt about it. I think we all saw the cast where they're just dressing up. And they did this 2 years in a row. So it's like, damn, they really want to do this. Can't tell what the fucking neck is. Got the Mario music. 6 minutes, like right here. It's really funny too that it got on the poll because of the guy who submitted it and what happened with him. Mods crushes balls. Freddy versus Pennywise, I don't really care about. Like, as a Pennywise idea, I think it's eh. Or as a Freddy idea, I think it's fine, but Freddy, I think, has cool options. Springtrap or Afton is obviously one of them. You got Afton, Scarecrow. I still like Scarecrow. Just because, again, it is an interaction thing. Though it's very weird to fight-wise, unfortunately. If it got on the champion ballot, that would have been... Ugh, we don't talk about that cheeseburger. Yeah. So I think with Sans Judge, it's just one of those matchups that's just gonna happen, regardless. Like, you can say that about a lot of matchups on here. Oh yeah, Grinch versus Jack. Grinch versus Jack is awesome. That's the one I voted for. And then we have the first semifinals, which I voted. for Wily versus Tom. Because while Gru vs. Megamind is cool, I want them to wait on doing this. Because Gru and Megamind are getting new material next year. Despicable Me 3, and then Megamind's getting a TV show. So I would want them to wait until the show is out and then do it. Or the show and the movie come out, then do it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Despicable Me 4. That's my bad. Listen, I'm not a fan of the bandwagon thing, but it's Wily Tom. I love Tom and Jerry. It's one of my favorite shows. So I'll make an exception here. And then for this week, I'm voting Palpatine versus Xehanort. Actually, what are the matchups in the semifinal? Oh yeah, San Judge is one of them. I forgot. Hmm. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, I'll work with it. Seems fine. Hmm. Yeah, I think I might lower Magician down a bit. Damn, I'm hungry. Should have got some food before streaming. Fuck. Other than the Gen shit, my day was good, Crobian. How was your day? Alright, it's gonna look weird framing wise, but the way it's framed is you see it's like this matching up with his head basically. It's similar to Frieza versus Megatron's. It's gonna look a little weird. Actually, I think I'll just match him up eye level wise. Just eyeballing it here. Yeah, it looks good. Other than the Gen shit, I mean Danganronpa, but but that's gonna happen at some point, unfortunately. Oh, UX, I just looked in DMs. I appreciate the render, but I got it. Just getting the background now. Just do some sort of like do this maybe. Could do this actually, yeah. 9-inch nails? The Rick versus Doctor sneak peek was very good. I love the animation to it. It looks fun. That is the word I would use to describe it. It looked fun. I wonder if Therewolf did this track too. Alright, I think that's good enough. Yeah. Here you are, UX. Alright, give me your requests. Therewolf did do the track? Huh. That's interesting, because it sounded like a Therewolf track. Yeah. Alright, I am gonna do. We'll do Sportius versus Captain Planet, which was Meta requested it. Okay, let's see. I could probably do a simple thumbnail for this. Ichiban versus Shaggy. Oh my god. That is very funny. We live in a world where Shaggy could probably beat Luigi. Dart Monk, you mean Plants versus Monkeys? The best matchup in existence? The peak of peak? It's awesome. I think we do a Martian Manhunter versus Silver Surfer type matchup or thumbnail for this. Why not just do all the monkeys versus all the plants? You get everything, one of everything. Uh, Come on, man. We gotta do Plan B here. Give me a second. Let me grab the image. Why is Fred versus you becoming a thing? I mean, based on what I can tell from it, it's a ragtag of a group of teenagers going on to solve a mystery. Oh, nope. Not that background. Not that either. Where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, I didn't download it. That's why. I forgot to download it. No, thank you. I already had enough of mid last season. Indeed, total concentration. Trying to render this fucking background out. Ooh, no. Nah, I think I'd just leave it. Damn. It's not gonna look perfect, but should be fine for what it's worth. It's fighting more machine. You know what? Nah, I don't want to use this background. I've used this a couple times for other thumbnails. Let's use something new. Go and blur it a little bit just to blend it a little better. Hmm, do this. No more Goku versus Superman. What do you mean no more Goku versus Superman? Alright, I think I'm okay with this. Let me go ahead and save it. Alright, I'm gonna do a thumbnail I want to make for the set for this next one. Actually, what time is it? I may actually cut the stream short after this thumbnail just because I got stuff to do. But hey, it is what it is. So I think the last one we'll do for tonight is is Tommy Vercetti versus Scarface. So GTA Vice City versus Scarface. Right. Alright, now I just gotta find a Scarface image I can use. Maybe I can use this. Oh, whoops. Just because it matches Tommy's shirt. Eh, too bland. I want something a little. You got Al Pacino. Should go back and watch this movie. I haven't watched it in a while. Cut around. Sorry, give me a moment. I am back. Go ahead and cut out. Go ahead and get the background. Something that just matches. Okay. Oh, whoops. Brought it in another window. I like that actually. Thinking I just increased the saturation of the city, but lightly erase away the sky. Or I can do that, yeah. There we go. Alright. There we go. Last thumbnail. Anyway, thank you for tuning in and watching me make a thumbnail. I'll do more of these soon. I've just been busy with work. But, I'm glad I at least was able to stream something past couple weeks. I've been a bit dry, but it is what it is. Alright, I will see you guys later.